siempre lo perdí. Aún recuerdo el romance que viviste conmigo. Yo sé que jugaste con mis sentimientos. Todo fue un juego que tuviste conmigo. Pero en ese juego yo me enamoré. Yo no me di cuenta, escucha mujer. Pero te lo juro, mamita, desperté. I never liked them. To your public safety brief, I never listened. To your blackmail of likes, I ignored them. Your curated playlist, I always hated what you like. To your false economy, I let the market decide. To your false economy, I let the market decide. To your false economy, I let the market decide. To your false economy, I let the market decide. To your false economy,
from the home of the Tigers since 2000, Comerica Park here in the Motor City. MLB The Show with a good one coming at you. It's the Kansas City Royals and the Detroit Tigers. First pitch coming your way next. And on the hill, Drew Anderson. Kris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, they're going with the opener in this one, so this is an interesting look. He's probably only going to pitch an inning, maybe two at the most, and it's going to be unconventional. I think he's going to pitch backwards, more off speed, and then fastballs late.
All right, ready to get underway. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. And we're underway in Detroit. That's a ball. Two-0. That one missed. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, just came apart right there. Four-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Here's Bobby Witt Jr. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Six straight outside the strike zone. That one not close. Ball 3. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
So here we go again with the walks. It's been a real struggle finding the zone for him in the past. Now, even if they get out of this jam, these walks add pressure and stress to the entire team.
First and second, no outs. Vinny Pasquantino, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Garcia over at second. Witt at first with no outs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one misses, and now 3-0. Right through there for a strike. Fouls one away, and now 3-2. Payoff pitch. Out towards right center field. Fouls. Should have this one. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Tag, but he's in there. And here now, the lineup for the Royals. This is an offense, Kris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Salvador Perez in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. Fouls away the first offering. Anderson ready to work. That one misses. 3-1. Carter Jensen in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. 1st and 3rd, 1 down. This one in the air, center field. Baez under it, brings it in. Here comes the runner from 3rd. Safe, and they take the lead.
That play really shows how important it is to hit the cutoff man. Looked like he tried to throw through and get the runner at home, but it backfired, and it ended up costing them a run. I remember my rookie year overthrowing a cutoff man. Didn't last long before I was pulled aside by a veteran pitcher. He had a talk with me. I don't know if I ever missed a cutoff man again.
Move over to first, trying to keep him close.
Base runner with a one-way lead right there. All he's trying to do is get a look at the pitcher's move. Had no intent of stealing on that pitch.
Runner takes off. Pitch way inside. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, we all know this team is struggling right now, and sometimes you just got to do something different to generate some offense. A little more aggressive right there to put the pressure on the opponent. We'll see if it pays off on the scoreboard for this team.
Man on second, 2 down. And another ball.
Get ready for some action here. Good RBI guy at the plate. Runners in scoring position and a hitter's count.
Jonathan India next up for Kansas City. Right down to shoot. And a count is 3-1.
Clearly taking all the way there in that 3-0 count. It was a cookie right down the middle.
Up the middle, base hit into center field. Here comes Witt around 3rd. He'll score. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Well done. Drives in the run. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
So 2 down, and to the plate for Kansas City, Jonathan India. Ball 1, no strikes.
Oh, that's up there.
Next offering way upstairs. This one in the air, right field. Perez racing over to make the catch. So it's 2 runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left. Bottom half of inning number 1 coming up. It's the Royals 2, the Tigers coming to bat. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back here in Detroit, and on the mound for Kansas City in this one, Kris Bubic. What do we need to know here?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
Into the outfield, base hit. And aboard on the leadoff single. Kevin McGonigal digs in now. And the 0-1. That one is absolutely belted. Out of here. A 2-run blast. And we're level. It's 2-2.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here's Jahmai Jones. Fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second. And he starts his afternoon off right with a double.
Wastes no time there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Dylan Dingler up now for the Tigers. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. A 2-run shot. It's their second home run of the inning, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 4-2.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team the lead. Love to see a hitter aggressive on the first pitch of an at-bat. You watch him from the on-deck circle, so when you step in the box, you're ready to pull the trigger wherever it's at. Really good job by the hitter. Total conviction on that swing.
Here's Riley Green. Lays down a bunt to the right side. Pasquantino. And he's safe at first. Great hustle to win the foot race there. So now the DH spot, Matt Vierling. And a sac bunt here. Pasquantino. They put the tag on him, and he gets the job done. Let's take a check of the Tigers lineup. Trailing by a couple of runs already, and I'm sure they'd like to erase that deficit quickly.
Yeah, you don't want to let this deficit get into your head and you're trying to just make up the difference with one swing and you really don't have the base runners on. You've got to contribute, keep the line moving, and all of a sudden you have a big inning, everything shifts, and you find yourself in the driver's seat.
Puts a bunt down. Garcia. Long throw to first, and there's 2 down. Now here is Wenzel Perez, the switch hitter batting right.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Bunts it in the air, and the inning is over. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now 4-2. Back at Comerica Park, top of the second, Jack Caglione steps in for the Royals.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform, but at some point that starts to go away and you've got to produce at the big league level.
The 1-0. Singy, he wasn't real sharp in the first, got hit around, but really more so, didn't throw a ton of strikes.
Well, he's just got to find a way to settle down. He was clearly fighting himself out there, not really finding the strike zone, walking batters. So we'll see if he can get back on track and fill up the zone a little bit more. Well, I would expect in this 3-0 count, you're taking all the way. See if they'll walk you.
Here's a 3-0. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Definitely lost the
left
handle
fielder,
during that
Michael
sequence.
Massey.
4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
So up next, Michael Massey. This is again 5 in a row. Caglione gets his lead at first with nobody out. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
2-0 the count. Here it comes. That one missed. And ball 4, 2 aboard. And now it's Kyle Isbell. You'll want.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
That misses. And now 3-1. Michael Garcia in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. There comes the runner. Here's the throw. Tag. Not in time. Safe. It's 4-3.
Well, back within 1 as he brings home the run. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and second, no outs. Michael Garcia steps in for the Royals. He walked and came around to score his first time up. Ball. Here's a 2-0. Upstairs. Bobby Witt Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Still in the second, already at 44 pitches, so some concern there. Fastball for a strike. 3-1. Fly ball down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. This to center field. Base hit into the outfield. Runner around third. He'll score, and the Royals tie the game. It's an RBI single. It's 4-4.
Huge game-tying at bat right there. Came through in a big spot to drive in the run. When you flare a ball out behind second base, it's really a tough spot for anyone to get to, and you're never trying to do that as a hitter, but when you do, I tell you what, you're yelling at it the entire way to get down.
Witt in now, takes ball 1 off the plate. Nobody out with a pair of runs across into frame here at the top of the second. And there's a ball. Vinny Pasquantino in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Tied at 4. And there's the automatic. In the air, left field. Green settles underneath it. Makes the grab.
Up next for the Royals, first baseman Vinny Pasquantino.
And next up for the Royals, Vinny Pasquantino. He's 0 for 1.
How many times have we seen an early at-bat change the course of a game? It happens every night in baseball, and maybe it happens again here. 0-1.
Two on, one out. That one misses. And now 3-0. Salvador Perez in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Tied up here in the early going. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one.
Right through there for a strike. And boy, that was the push. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Sets him down looking.
Well, you've got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere, and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Next to hit, Salvador Perez. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Fastball almost got him there. Jensen in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Oh, that hit him. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe. Well, that ball came back and got him pretty good in the chest. As the catcher checks on him, looks like he might be okay, though, Chris.
Yeah, I'm sure that stunned him more than anything, Boog. Always scary when we see comebackers like that, but I think it might just turn into a big, nasty bruise.
So bases all loaded up. Carter Jensen steps in for the Royals. The 1-0. And another ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
The hitters count the 2-0. That one missed.
Look, in situations like these, the air can get really thin up there at the plate. Got to find a way to breathe and slow everything down.
Just a slow ground ball this time. Torres in plenty of time to first as they escape the bases loaded jam. 2 runs in the inning, but they strand 3 down to the bottom of the second. And we are tied 4-4. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's Baez. Hit hard, base hit. And that turns the lineup over.
Up next for the Tigers.
Back to the top of the Detroit order. Gleyber Torres up to hit. He led off the bottom of the first with a single and then came in to score. This one belted deep left field. On its way. Gone! A two-run homer, and they jump ahead in the second. It's 6-4. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Now at the plate, Kevin McGonigal. He's 1-for-1 with a two-run homer his first time up. Swing and a high fly ball left field. One away.
Up next for the Tigers.
And next to hit for Detroit, Jahmai Jones. A double and a run scored his first time up.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
This one's smoked on its way out of here. Second home run of the inning for him, and they tack one on the board. It's 7-4. He absolutely crushed that one.
No doubt about that one, Boog. We knew it wasn't coming back.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Kris Bubic won't go any further, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. So the Royals bring on a new arm, Alex Lang. He's into the game with the bases empty. Dylan Dingler up now for the Tigers. He's already homered in this game. Gets the bunt down the right side, and that's a foul ball. Dingler batting in the cleanup spot, and he was a second-round pick in 2020. Trying to bunt his way on. And that's a bunt single. That was placed perfectly. Well, Singy, that was really nice looking. Able to get it down and in a good spot.
And he makes it look easy. Bat angle was perfect. Barrel stayed above the hands. Could almost walk to first.
Riley Green up now for the Tigers. Trying to move him over here. They apply the tag, and the runner moves up to second.
Up next for the Tigers, designated hitter, Matt.
And next is the designated hitter, Matt Vierling. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Puts a bunt down. Garcia on the run, throw to first, and he gets him. Nicely done. But two round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 7-4 ball game. Back here in Detroit, all set for the start of the inning. Jonathan India steps in for the Royals. Well, Kris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. It is interesting, though, when you consider the way the game is run now. Doesn't even matter that much if your starter doesn't go that deep, because teams are really aggressively building their bullpens. And there's a ball.
Well, these Royals really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They put a bunch of runs on the board, thanks in large part to 4 hits with runners in scoring position.
3-0 down. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter or 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Whoa, over his head to the backstop to second, but he's in there easily. And now a man into scoring position.
Well, Boog, not exactly making him earn it right now with the walk and now a wild pitch. He's going to need to find a way to refocus out there, get back in the strike zone before this unravels on him.
Man at second. 6 straight outside the strike zone. And that misses as well. Here's a 3-0. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Oh, you know this guy wants to swing it, but he's showing some good patience in this one. It's the second time he's taken ball 4.
Here's the left fielder, Michael Massey. Walked his first time.
Two walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
The 1-0. That one missed. Now 3-0. Right through there for a strike. Splits the plate. Full count now. Lifted in the air down the left side. Base hit. The run scores from second. It's an RBI single, and they cut the lead to 2.
Definitely found the perfect spot. Those could be hard sometimes. We talked about in left field, you're kind of anticipating cheating in for a ball. Hit something like that you can rob a little soft flare in front of you, but perfectly placed, so you reward the hitter with it.
First and second, no outs. Kyle Isbell steps in for the Royals. The 1-0. Traffic on the bases with 1 already in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Pitch misses, and it's 3-0. Michael Garcia in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. This one in the air center field, and that is a big first out.
Up next for the Royals, third baseman, Michael Garcia.
2 aboard with 1 out. Michael Garcia, the next to hit.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run. Not showing great command so far in this at bat. 2-0 count. He's got to execute here, or this could get ugly.
That one missed. Now 3-0. Bobby Witt Jr. in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 1. In the air, right field, and it's 2-0. outs, runners at first and second. Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. This guy is one of the best athletes in the sport. 2 on, 2 outs. Gets him to chase after that one. And a ball and 2 strikes. Now a pop-up on the infield. Jones gets under it. And that is that. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 7-5. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show. Back at Comerica Park, set for the bottom of the third, Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Hit hard on the ground to short. Witt over to first. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Tigers, right fielder, Wenzel Perez.
Wenzel Perez will hit next. He's 0 for 1. That one ripped. And there are 2 down.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up they'll find a hole.
2 outs, base is empty. And next up for the Tigers, Javier Baez. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far.
Sometimes a hitter will go up there and guess, and it's not just pulling something out of the sky, but expecting because of tendencies a certain pitch in a certain location. He just guessed wrong.
Strike 2.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Crushed. Left center field. This one's deep. Forget it. He'll take a trot around the bases. And they add a run. It's 8-5. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here.
So let's take a closer look inside the numbers. That blast from StatCast, 113 miles an hour off the bat, Singing.
And it just flew out of here, Berg. Even if you only heard the ball hit the bat, you knew that was a home run. I mean, he put a perfect swing on it, and the numbers back it up.
Back to the top of the order now. Here's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres. Swing, and that ball smashed down the line. And that's got extra bases written all over it. Safe at second with a double. 3rd hit for him this afternoon.
Nice double right there. Loud contact coming off the bat. Didn't get enough air under to drive it out of here, but you'll take that swing and that result every time.
So, runner at second, 2 down. Kevin McGonigal up now for the Tigers. And that bunted towards third. And a foul ball. Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. And he lays one down the left side. Bare hand scoop over to first. Oh, the throw is over his head. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there.
Bad time to throw one out of play with the runner starting on second, as it allows him just to walk home for the run. Remember, on a ball thrown out of play, the runners get the base they were going to plus 1 more. So that was basically an automatic run.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. Now a chance for Jahmai Jones puts a bunt down. Garcia tosses across the first. They limit the damage here. 3 innings complete. Tigers 9, Royals 5. Start of the 4th, stepping in, Vinny Pasquantino.
Vinny Pasquantino.
And another ball. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Royals, the designated hitter, Salvador Perez.
And now it's Salvador Perez to the plate. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Ball 1.
Outside
That's
low,
ball 3.
and that's ball 3. So a walk puts runners at first and second.
Up next for the Royals, catcher Carter Jensen.
Carter Jensen steps in for the Royals. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. That's off the mark. Ball 3. The Royals trying to get back into this one. Top half of inning number 4. Hit in the air, center field. Baez under it. And there's one away.
Up next for the Royals, second baseman Jonathan India.
Jonathan India at the plate.
Hey!
Runners at first and second with 1 gone. On the ground right side. Spin throw. That's 1. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning. So they're able to work around a pair of walks in the inning. We're midway in the 4th. Tigers 9, Royals 5. Ready to go, bottom 4. This offense has lifted them to a lead with plenty of hits so far in this one as we look at the spray chart.
And they've really been peppering left field, as you can see from the graphic right here. Might be time for the defense to slide a bit towards that side.
Base knock center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now the left fielder, Riley Green. Swing and a ball driven out to center. Carrying well. And that one is out of here. He'll circle the bases And they add a couple more. It's 11-5.
Wasn't fooled on the first pitch at all. He squared it up right away.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. At Singy, it tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Alex Lang out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound. New pitcher in the game for the Royals, Eli Morgan.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Now it's the DH, Matt Vierling. Hard hit, but right at him and left. One pitch and one out.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
No question about this one. It's out of here. Muscles one out of here. It's their second home run of the inning, and they add a run. It's 12-5.
First pitch hacking, and it paid off for him in a big way.
One down. Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers. Bunted back towards the mound. India. Not in time. That's a bunt single.
Up next for the Tigers.
And now it's Baez. He's already homered here in this one. Bunts it towards the mound. Slings to first in time.
Really nice technique right there to get that sac bunt down. Advances that runner up another base. That was his job. He got it done.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now it's the second baseman, Gleyber Torres.
And it may be a long shot, but a triple here will give him the cycle.
Puts a bunt down. Garcia to first. Inning ends, and that stops the bleeding. Back here in Detroit, we go to the top of the fifth. Jack Caglione steps in for the Royals.
Well, every pitcher wants run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse, go after hitters and get quick outs.
Two balls, no strikes, the count. And another ball. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
Well, a good day for the on-base percentage right there. Walk number 3, and the free bags keep on coming. You down with OBP, Boo?
Michael Massey getting ready to hit a walk, and he's also singled. Misses again, 5 in a row.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
6 straight outside the strike zone. And that misses as well. Caglione on at first, nobody out. Back-to-back walks.
Second walk of the game for him, and he's been really patient at the plate. The game plan that he's sticking to, he's just not going outside of what he's looking for up there.
Next to hit, Kyle Isbell. And the 1-0. That one missed. Down. This one in the air, center field. Baez settles underneath it. 1 down.
Up next for the Royals, third baseman.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So the Royals batting order turns over. Now the third baseman, Michael Garcia.
At the ball. Hey.
Popped up, and the infield fly is called.
Batter's out.
Up next for the Royals, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr.
2 aboard, 2 outs. Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals. Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Drew Anderson done for the afternoon. Got them some innings, but they didn't come easy. New pitcher coming up, and we'll be back after a quick break. Emmanuel De Jesus on the pitch out of the pen here. This southpaw's been really good against left-handed hitters. Two on, 2 outs. Two and 0 to count. Here it comes. Way high. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it could be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
On the ground to the left, and that's just foul. First and second, 2 down, and we're at the top of the 5th. Pulls that one foul. Payoff pitch. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. A very surprising intentional walk here from the dugout. That loads the bases. 2 outs, bases full. Vinny Pasquantino now at the plate.
Ball 2.
On the ground.
That's foul.
And foul ball. Bases loaded, 2 down. Pitch misses, and the count is 3-1. On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Royals wind up leaving them loaded, and they still trail by 7. 12-5. Back at Comerica Park, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Kevin McGonigal up now for the Tigers. Line drive, knocks it down. India over to first in time. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Up next for the Tigers, third baseman,
Jahmai Jones, the next to hit. That's whipped, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
up next for the Tigers.
Now here's the Detroit catcher, Dylan Dingler. 3 for 3, 2 singles, and a homer.
No matter what, you're playing this kind of rival, take your game to another level.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they add on. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Well, it looks like we might be underestimating his power just a bit. His teammates might even be surprised at what they're seeing. An unforgettable game for him.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Eli Morgan gives way, and as he heads off, we'll step aside for a minute. Back with the new pitcher after this break.
Now pitching for
Well, new pitcher will be the lefty Matt Strahm.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
1 down. Here's the left fielder, Riley Green. There's a swing and a drive. That one hops against the fence. And into second with one away. That's a double.
Up next for the Tigers, designated hitter, Matt.
Next to the plate is the Tigers DH, Matt Vierling. Sack bunt towards third. And a foul ball.
Strom has a pretty cool hobby. Collects baseball cards of players who hit home runs off of them. I love the reason he does it. He tells people, if you hit a home run against me, you're good enough to collect.
And that bunted towards third. Garcia throws to first. 2 away.
Up next for the Tigers, first baseman
Spencer Torkelson up now for the Tigers. Right through there for a strike. Movement in the bullpen. Mitch Spence appears to be getting loose. Man on second, 2 down. Bunted back towards the mound. Tosses to first. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. Welcome back as we look at the highlights from today's game so far.
Quiere mango, biche y raspado con cola. Aquí todas las tristezas se van con la sola.
Salvador Perez digs in now.
The designated hitter, Salvador Perez.
Now a very odd decision. They intentionally walked the leadoff guy.
Speaking of walks, did you see anything special during your walk into the ballpark today? I know you like to take in all the surroundings.
I just love interacting with the people. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now into scoring position.
Second baseman Jonathan India.
First and second, and nobody out. Here's the second baseman, Jonathan India. The lefty, the 1-0. First and second, no outs. And we're in the top half of the 6th. That misses. Ball 3. And he walked him. So he's walked 3 in the inning. The bases are loaded.
Up next for the Royals, right fielder
Jack Caglione steps in for the Royals. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Well, this is a tough situation with the bases loaded, but the healthiest mindset is just try to get outs, 1 hitter at a time.
Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. That misses the zone. And now 3-0. Popped in the air. Left field. He makes the grab.
Up Up next for the Royals, left fielder Michael Massey.
All loaded up. Michael Massey getting ready to hit.
Ball.
Not even close there. Yeah, that's ball 2. That one missed. Here's a 3-0. That one pushed to the left and foul. Perez on third. Jensen at second. India over at first with 1 away. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, just couldn't pull the trigger on the fastball right there, and I don't think he was taking it, thinking it might be a called ball or anything. I just think he was flat out frozen. Did not expect that location, in my opinion.
Left field. Base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 14-7.
Up next for the Royals.
Here's the third baseman, Michael Garcia. And another ball. Bobby Witt Jr. waits on deck. Next offering in there for a strike. Strike 1. Foul ball. In the air, left field. And that is foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Hit in the air, left field. Green under it. And that is that. 8-9-1 scheduled in the bottom of the 6th. Tigers lead this one 14-7. Bottom of the 6th, digging in, Wenzel Perez. Bunting, and he pops it up. Tosses to first. Out on a bang-bang play, but he made it close.
Next for the Tigers, center fielder Javier Baez.
The batter now, Javier Baez. Lays down a bunt to the right side. The underhand flip, nicely done for the out.
Up next for the Tigers, second baseman.
Manager out of the dugout now, and it looks like we'll see a change on the mound. Matt Strom done for the day, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back.
Now pitching for
So the Royals bring on a new arm, Mitch Spence. This is his first appearance of the season. Back to the top of the order, and here's the Tiger leadoff man, Gleyber Torres. Base hit, left center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And his hot hitting continues.
They kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
Kevin McGonigal will hit next. And he drops it down the third baseline. And it goes just foul. bunting for a hit. Tosses to first. They thwart the bunt attempt and end the inning. The Tigers out front 14-7. Well, this game isn't very close, Singy. Let's see if we got any messages from those tuning in today.
I know we got some good stuff in there.
Singy, one of the biggest ways the game has changed, bullpen arms. So many elite-level bullpen arms.
Yeah, and I'm glad I'm not playing anymore. I mean, it's just a nightmare. When that door swings open out of the bullpen, you know what's coming in is 95 and above with at least one nasty pitch.
The other component is you get less viewings of a specific pitcher, so your ability to go to school on one guy, you maybe get 2 looks at him and then he's gone.
Yeah, and I mean, these guys utilize the iPads and try to see previous footage of that pitcher, but it's just not the same as having an actual look.
Three-0 down. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Up next for the Royals, first baseman
Vinny
Vinny Pasquantino.
Pasquantino steps in for the Royals. 0 for 3 in this one.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
Misses again, 5 in a row. Six straight outside the strike zone. And that misses as well. Foul ball there. Witt aboard here at first with nobody out. That one's in there, and it's a full count.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
And that one is lifted in the air. Perez settles under it, and he makes the catch.
Up next for the Royals, the designated hitter, Salvador Perez.
Next is the designated hitter, Salvador Perez. Swing and a pop-up. Torkelson under it. Takes it in for the out. 2 down.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Here's the catcher, Carter Jensen. The Royals with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. And it finds its way through for a hit. And now 2 aboard.
Up next for the Royals, second baseman
Jonathan India, the next to hit.
That's ball 2.
First and second, 2 down. That missed by a lot. Ball 3. Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. 2 on, 2 outs. Popped up. Torkelson under it. And that is that. The Tigers on top here, 14-7. Back here in Detroit, bottom of the 7th, Jahmai Jones up now for the Tigers. Drops a bunt down the first base side, and that goes foul. Puts a bunt down, and a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And he pops up the bunt, grabs it on the run. 1 up, 1 down.
Up next for the Tigers, catcher Dylan Dingler.
And next will be the Tiger cleanup hitter, Dylan Dingler. He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those 2 he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Puts a bunt down. Pasquantino handles, throws to first. Now 2 out.
Up next for the Tigers, left fielder Riley Green.
2 down, base is empty. And up next for Detroit, Riley Green. Lays down a bunt to the right side. Pasquantino. And he beats him to first. He's safe. So digging in, Matt Vierling. Oh, 1 down. Gets the bunt down the right side. And they put the tag on him. That's the 3rd out, inning over. The Tigers lead it 14-7. Back at Comerica Park. For the top of the 8th, Jack Caglione now at the plate. This one popped up. And it's just foul. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Looked off balance that time. Out to short, McGonigal. Over to first. First out in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Royals, left fielder Michael Massey.
Now the left fielder, Michael Massey. And first offering is fouled off. The Tigers up big in this one, and we're in the top of the 8th. That misses the zone. Ball 2. And there's a ball. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Perez takes it in for the out. 2 away now.
Up next for the Royals, center fielder
At the plate, Kyle Isbell. Here's A.J. Hinch heading towards the mound, and we're going to see a pitching change right here. Emmanuel De Jesus departs.
Now pitching
Kiter Montero takes over on the mound. He's been someone, at least in the early going, that they've leaned on. Popped up left side. Jones should have this one. And that'll do it. The Tigers on top 14-7. On to the bottom of the 8th, and here's the first baseman, number 20.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
This one backs to left center, on its way, and that one's out of here. Another homer, his second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Wenzel Perez up now for the Tigers. Puts a bunt down. Pasquantino flips it, and he's safe at first. Great hustle to win the foot race there. Javi Baez digs in right side. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. Javi Baez blasts one out. Second home run of the inning for him, and they add to their lead. It's 16-7.
Sitting first pitch fastball, and that's what he delivered. He guessed right, squared it up, and he made it look way too easy. My goodness, who saw this coming? Defying the odds with his second homer of the game. You know, for a player not known for his power boot, he's making quite the statement with these swings.
Here's Gleyber Torres. Bunt attempt, but that goes foul. Two runs across in the inning. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swings here and drives one well left field, way back, and you can't forget it. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. His second home run of the game, and they tack on to their lead. It's 17-7. Singy, the ball is jumping off his bat.
Yes, it is. Tons of loud contact. Man, it's been impressive.
That was quite the home run, Singy, as we take it in again with StatCast. 114 miles an hour off the bat.
Yeah, and plenty of distance, too. I mean, with that kind of exit velo, if you can get it up in the air with good backspin, it's going to be a tape measure shot.
And the Royals manager making his way towards the mound now as he will make the move. Mitch Spence will depart. John Schreiber on to pitch here. He's pitching on 2 days rest. Kevin McGonigal getting ready to hit. Drops a bunt down the first base side. The flip. He's safe. On with a bunt single.
Up next for the Tigers, third baseman.
And next to hit for Detroit, Jahmai Jones. Now a drag bunt, third base side. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Up next for the Tigers, catcher Dylan.
2 on with 1 out. Dylan Dingler up now for the Tigers. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. And a sac bunt here. Fires over to first. The runners move up on the sacrifice.
Up next for the Tigers, left fielder, Riley.
Here's the left fielder, Riley Green.
Oh, yeah, Boog. He's on the brink of one of your favorite milestones. He's completed 3 legs of the cycle.
I love me some cycle. Puts a bunt down. The underhand flip, and that's a nice play to end the inning. They explode with 3 solo homers in the inning. Through 8 full, Detroit is out in front, 17-7. Last chance coming up for the Royals. This is an AL Central showdown right here on MLB The Show.
Give me a ring, champion teams are back to back, back to back. Blasting off my education was scholastic. Threw me to the bottom, then I bounced back like elastic. Baby, I'm the new American.
We go to the 9th. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia. So we get an intentional walk with no outs in the inning.
For the Royals, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr.
And now it's Bobby Witt Jr. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years. Odd choice here. They intentionally walk him, and the runner now in a scoring position. First and second, and nobody out. Vinny Pasquantino, and a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Not close with that one. 3 balls, no strikes. Hammered down the right side, but foul. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run! And they cut into the deficit.
No, Boog, clearly some frustration out there on the mound right now. I mean, that ball was so close to going foul. Would have been a long strike, but instead, batter gets rewarded. Did a nice job of getting to the pitch and hitting it hard enough to get over the fence.
And next is the designated hitter, Salvador Perez.
Hey, partner, how's your scorecard looking right now?
A little dicey, kind of hieroglyphics style at the moment. You know what it's like, Singy? Remember our trip to London, Yankees and Red Sox in 2019? I think there were, 50 runs scored in the 2 games combined. My scorecard was ugly for that series. That one misses. Ball 3.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. And you use like 5 different colors of pens, so like it's just a mosaic over there.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're always judging the different pens. That, you know, I got the skinny scoring pen, and then I have the red, and then the black, and then I got a highlighter. So there is a lot going on. Carter Jensen steps in for the Royals. Misses with the 2-0, and he's fired 3 straight outside the strike zone. And that's ball 4. One out man at first. Jonathan India will hit next. That one misses. That's 5 straight.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field. That
one not close. Ball 3. Man at first, one away. And there's the automatic. Next pitch in for a strike. Full count now. Odd choice here. They intentionally walked him, and the runner now into scoring position. Two aboard with one out. Next to hit, Jack Caglione. The 1-0. And there's a foul ball. Traffic on the bases with 3 already across here at the top of the 9th. Off
That's
the
a
mark
ball.
there. 3-1 now. Fastball for a strike. In the air to left center. Green has a beat on it. Brings it in.
Up next for the Royals, left fielder Michael Massey.
So it's their last chance in this one. And now Michael Massey. Fought off foul. 2 on, 2 outs. This one in the air center field. And that'll do it. The Tigers take this one in a blowout.
Well, with the 6th win in a row, all of a sudden, you start to look around, up and down the lineup, to your left, to your right as a player, and you say, you know what, we're good. We may have had some tough times earlier on, but this is a good team, and you start to expect this kind of play out of yourself. We'll see if this translates into a longer winning streak than it is right now.
Tons of offense in this one for Kris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show. I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us.